So I don't know about you, but I receive a ton of DMs on LinkedIn every single day, and they look like this. They're a big, long pitch message. They're all about the other person, little to do with me, and it comes across as really salesy or icky. And as a business owner myself, the last thing that I want to do is show up in someone's inbox like that. But the reality is that we can't sell a secret. So people need to know about the work that we're doing in order for them to actually be able to work with us. And so in this video, I'm going to take you through 6 no fluff ways that you can attract premium clients into your world through LinkedIn without having to be spammy or pitchy in the DMs. So the first way to do this is to actually show the person behind the profile. Now look, I get it. I was a former executive recruiter. I used to call myself a professional stalker on LinkedIn or a LinkedIn lurker. I played very much behind the scenes. And so it can feel a little bit daunting to step out of the LinkedIn lurking shadows and actually showcase a little bit of who you are on the platform. But whether you're selling B2C or B2B, ultimately people on the platform want to connect with other people, not just your job title. And so the more that you can share your stories, your lessons, your experience over the years as well with others, you'll be able to create a human connection on the platform and attract the right kinds of premium clients towards you. So number 2 is being specific in order to stand out. Now, it's really tempting to want to cast a really wide net and speak to everyone that you can potentially help on the platform. And it feels really counterintuitive when I'm saying to get really specific, because we can kind of feel like we're cutting out a lot of our market and a lot of our potential market on the platform. But the reality is, with over 1 billion users on the LinkedIn platform, you have to be specific in order to stand out. So a great example of this is one of our clients, Winston, who went from talking to every kind of business owner out there, to then getting very, very specific on who that premium client is that he wanted to work with and talking to just that business owner alone on LinkedIn. He went from doing 6 figures a year in his business to then doing multiple 6 figures just in the first quarter alone after making that change, simply because he got ultra specific on who that ideal client was. And what that allowed them to do was to be able to raise their hands and reach out to Winston, knowing that he was the one and only solution for them. So number 3 is you want to make sure that your LinkedIn profile is doing the heavy lifting for you. So one of the biggest mistakes that I see a lot of business owners making is they simply copy and paste their resume across to their LinkedIn profile. But if you're looking to get real business results with LinkedIn, if you're looking to generate leads, if you're looking to generate premium clients, then your LinkedIn profile actually needs to do that all on its own. So you need to actually transform it into a landing page and a lead generation machine. And so it's kind of like when I was in Hobart recently and I was walking past this cake shop, and on the sign out the front, it said the best cakes in Hobart. When I actually looked at the shop, I looked at the windows and there was these really heavy curtains and the windows were all really dark, and I actually couldn't see anything behind those windows. There was a sign on the door that said open, but I couldn't actually see all of these amazing cakes. And so we just simply walked straight past. And it's the same thing that happens with your LinkedIn profile. On average, people will spend around 6 seconds before they decide to click away, maybe head to a competitor's page, or if they're going to stay and read more. And so you want to make sure that within that first 6 seconds, you've really captured the attention. It doesn't matter if you're the best coach on the planet, the best consultant, the best corporate trainer, whatever it is that you're doing. If people can't get a little bit of a glimpse behind the scenes, or if people can't really see it to believe it on your profile, just like the cake shop, it's really easy just to keep on walking past. In fact, one of the really good things that you can actually do to really uplift your profile is add some visual media. So when you add visual media onto your profile will typically get 21 times more views than someone else who is a competitor who maybe doesn't have the same amount of visual media on their profile. So the reality is that you might be the best coach, the best consultant, but if people can't actually see that, and if people can't get a glimpse of that from your LinkedIn profile, just like the cake shop, they're simply just going to walk straight on past. Number 4 is play to your strengths. So sharing content and actually being visible on the platform is one of the fastest ways that you can really accelerate your network growth, and you can start to attract those premium clients coming towards you. Now, after generating millions of content views on my own content over the years, there's a few things that I've learned, and one of those is playing to your strengths. This is going to allow you to be really consistent and have it sustainable for you on the platform. The last thing that LinkedIn wants is for you to show up for a couple of days and then never see you again. And so you don't want to make it harder on yourself than what it needs to be. A couple of really great examples of this is one of my clients, Elena, is a corporate trainer. And so she's used to speaking. She's up in front of rooms all of the time. And so jumping on some quick videos and sharing her thoughts and sharing her message that way comes really naturally to her. So she does that a lot because it's easy. Alternatively, one of my clients, Melvin, he considers himself a bit more of a private guy. He's quite introverted and he likes to write. And so leaning towards more written content on the platform really suits him. In fact, it was only his 6th ever content post that he did on LinkedIn, and he landed a $300,000 consulting project off the back of it. From someone that was pretty scared and intimidated to be on the platform to now sharing content because it plays to his strengths. I think that's pretty cool. So think about, for you, what are some of your strengths? What are some of the things that you lean towards, and how can you really lean into that more on the LinkedIn platform? When you play to your strengths, you're just simply putting yourself in the way of opportunity on the platform. Number 5 is clients come from conversations. So at the heart of things, LinkedIn is a networking platform. So you want to make sure that you're actually showing up and engaging with your network. So that means commenting on other people's posts, liking on other people's posts, really showing up and adding value and having really meaningful interactions. If you fail to do this, what it actually feels like is if you've turned up to a networking event and someone has just come up and introduced themselves to you, and then you just simply stand there in front of them and you're staring back at them with this blank look on your face. Kind of just gets like really super weird and awkward. So you want to make sure that when you're on the platform, it's a two-way street. You're engaging with others as much as they're engaging with you as well. And number 6 is consistency, and I'll say it again, consistency. LinkedIn would much rather you be active a little bit over a sustained period of time to work best with the algorithm, rather than just showing up once and then ghosting and never coming back to the platform as well. I was at an event recently where I saw Stephen Bartlett, who's one of the dragons on Dragon's Den in the UK. And something that he shared with people in the room that night was a story around Will Smith and how Will's dad, when he was younger, gave him and his brother the task of building a brick wall. And Will said in his own words at the start that he couldn't even foresee or imagine this brick wall. He couldn't picture it being finished. But all he focused on was day by day, week by week, he showed up and he laid one brick. And he made sure to lay that brick perfectly each and every time. And so it's the same when we come to LinkedIn. All right, it's our daily actions, it's our consistency over a period of time that really starts to snowball. And so just lay those bricks on LinkedIn and you'll be amazed when you wake up one day and you've built yourself the entire wall. Building relationships and attracting premium clients on LinkedIn can take some time and energy. But if you lay those bricks message by message, comment by comment, post by post, you'll be amazed at the business you've been able to build simply because you showed up consistently. So now it's over to you. Take these 6 strategies, start showing up on LinkedIn, start attracting those premium clients towards you in a way where you're building genuine human connections. It feels authentic for your brand and you don't have to resort to old school spammy sales tactics. So I hope this has been useful. I'd love for you to comment down below, share your progress and how things are going for you on LinkedIn, and I'll see you next time.